He joined as a center support manager in Aptech Computer Education. With his proved evidence, he joined as an analyst programmer at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for HCL company. And he upgraded and posted to London, United Kingdom as a software consultant. Since his return to India, he wants to create more employment opportunities among the younger generation. He prepares catering education field and establishes in the name and style of Oriental Institute of Catering Technology and Hotel Management Institution with the support of his brothers. Every year, he is contributing 2 free seats to economically weaker section pupils, those who are interested in studying catering courses in our college. For the development and awareness of Madurai tourism and heritage, he committed himself in Madurai Travel Club and Tamil Nadu Hotel Association, and also a committee member in Madurai Central Prison. Such a kindful personality. Once again, I would like to invite our director, Sri J. Suresh Babu, for welcome address. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for introducing me, Mahalakshmi Madam. Good morning, all of you. Hearty welcome to all participants for this webinar, a global scenario of hospitality industry post-Covid-19, organized by our Oriental Institute of Catering Technology and Hotel Management, Madurai, Tamil Nadu, and Bestari Group of Restaurants, Malaysia. I am sure this webinar is much meaningful and thought-provoking and useful to all participants. It is a great pleasure for inviting our distinguished resource persons, Mr. Roman, CEO of Western Educare and SteadyGo Global Education Services, which is located in Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and Australia. And our another resource person, Mrs. Purnima, General Manager of Astoria Hotels by Sparsa, Tamil Nadu, is a multi-facet and multi-lingual personality. Welcome, madam. Generally, the factors that were driving the hospitality industry before pandemic COVID-19, including increasing disposable income, new travel trends, increasing online business of traveling due to increased internet penetration and internet banking, web presence of hotels, tourism, directories, and many more. The ever-expanding global tourism industry was one of the major factors driving the growth of the hospitality industry before the COVID-19 outbreak. The number of international tourist arrivals have been continuously over the past decades. As per the growth projection made by the World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, the number of tourist arrivals across the global was expected to cross 1.5 billion by 2020. The global hospitality industry report is generated based on the food and beverages, travel and tourist, lodging and recreation, travel and tourist segments along with the recreation segment are majorly declining due to the lockdown happening across the world. A report by the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, states that the shutdown and slowdown is expected to last for a period stretching from February till October 2020. It further states, however, that the toughest and path coincides with the off-season period of 6 months, which is said commence shortly after a compromised winter and spring seasons. Thus, the industry will see cash flows only beginning to improve in November 2020 and perhaps get to normal levels by end of 2020. Again, I'm warm welcome to all the participants joining today's webinar. We have the participants joining across India and abroad as well. Webinar is a series and initiative through online due to the COVID-19 outbreak has disturbed everything, including how we engage with our network. So stakeholders have been regularly using the online platform for engagements with the fellow members during this crisis. We thought of liberalizing our strength and our connects with the brilliant minds of our industry to bring amazing insights to the members and gladly extending to its everyone participating in the webinar through the help of our resource persons. And we have chosen the topics on recovery and regeneration of tourism in India and career growth in hospitality industry. This is the business need of the participants for providing them with the tools to recovery post this crisis. I hope this webinar will be much relevant and more helpful to all. And this webinar experience will seamless with our resource person. Once again, I'm welcoming one and all and express my sincere thanks to my management for giving me this wonderful opportunity to deliver the welcome address for this webinar. And this webinar is on a live webcast through our YouTube channel, Oriental Catering College, Madurai. Kindly go to take experience with our YouTube channel live webcast. And stay home, stay safe, healthy is our wealth. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to introduce our resource person of the day, none other than Sri Roman, CEO, Western Educare Organization, spreaded over countries like Australia, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and India. It is one of the #1 growing organization of the current era in the field of education. He started his career in the field of teaching in catering and hotel management education in the year 1994. After 4 years of teaching experience, he wanted to have more practical exposure in the same career, but in the field of hotel industry. So he joined Hilton Hotels Singapore. He proved himself as a productive employee of the hotel. He got too many appreciation from his executive and well-wishers. From his appreciation and his untiring efforts, he started his own restaurant and Western Educational Organization. Now, it has flourished in 4 countries with 15 number of chain restaurants and tie-up with 200 universities in 8 countries. With his 20 years of experience in the field of education and hotel industry, now more than 500 employees are working in his organization from various countries. Most of the employees are recruited from South India. Through his effective leadership quality and good and kind nature, all the employees and their families are very happy and well settled in their own hometowns. This kind of contribution is admired by our director to keep on his relationship for the past few years with good friendship, and he is a resource person of the first international webinar of our college. Please welcome, sir, to give a talk on career growth in hospitality industry post COVID-19.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the invitation. First of all, good morning, Mr. Suresh, the director of Oriental Catering College, Mr. Manikandan, the principal, and Ms. Purnima, the GM of Astoria Hotel. Okay, welcome all, and also the teachers, parents, and students are welcome to this platform today. Okay, I'm Roman from Malaysia and Singapore. Restaurant Bestari and Western Educare is my background. Okay. Thank you for the invitation today, and thank you for the opportunity to speak about hospitality industry post COVID-19 today. The first thing I like to introduce to you is of course, hospitality. Hospitality in Tamil we call Virundombal. Virundombal is நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு பொருந்துற தமிழ், எனக்கு அதை தமிழ்ல சொல்லவே முயற்சி பண்றேன். இப்போ ரொம்ப பொருந்தின விஷயம், முக்கியமா மதுரை. விருந்தோம்பல் அப்படின்றது மதுரைக்கு முக்கியமா ரொம்ப பொருந்தின ஒரு விஷயம், and especially தமிழ்ஸ். சரிங்களா? இங்க மலேசியாவில் நம்ம இங்க என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, hotel industry, we have got chain of hotels, and we have study abroad companies. So our target today is to talk about hospitality growth and opportunity, not only in Malaysia, all over the world. Adilom, especially நம்ம Indian students, அவங்களோட opportunity அப்ராட்ல எவ்வளவு இருக்கு, என்ன இருக்கு அப்படின்றத பேசத்தான் நம்ம வந்திருக்கோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் உங்களுக்கு ஹைலைட் பண்ண வேண்டிய விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இந்த COVID-19 ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ரொம்ப பயந்து மிரண்டு இதுக்கு மேல என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னு ஒதுங்கி நிக்கிறாங்க. இப்ப ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு உதாரணம் என்ன சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா, மலேசியாவில் உள்ள சிச்சுவேஷனை சொல்றேன். எங்கள் கண்ட்ரியில வந்து COVID-19 குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டு வருது. குறைஞ்சி ஒரு எவ்ரிடே கேசஸ் ஆர் லைக் 5 to 10 கேசஸ். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன்ல எங்களோட ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, டூரிசம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி இஸ் கம்மிங் பேக் அப்படின்னா, இன்னைக்கும் நீங்க உங்க கூகுள்ல தட்டி பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, பினாங் லங்காவி ஹோட்டல்ஸ் அப்படின்னு தட்டுனீங்க அப்படின்னா எங்கேயுமே உங்களுக்கு ரூம்ஸ் கிடைக்காது. இது நான் சொல்றது உங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் சர்ப்ரைஸா இருக்கும், பட் நீங்களே இதை டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். பினாங் லங்காவி அப்படின்னு எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இன்னைக்கு ரூம்ஸ் ஆர் ஃபுல். ஏன்னு கேட்டா எங்களோட லோக்கல் டூரிசம் இஸ் பூம் அகெயின். ஸோ இதை எதுக்கு நான் ரிலேட் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, இந்த டைமிங் தான் வந்து ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி கோர்ஸ் பண்றதுக்கு பெஸ்ட் டைம். அண்ட் காலம் தாமதம் இல்லாம யூ ஷுட் ஸ்டார்ட் இமிடியட்லி டு ஜாயின் anywhere is suitable for you, especially Oriental Catering College மாதிரி ஒரு இடத்துல ஏன் வந்து உங்களை நான் ஜாயின் பண்ண சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, Oriental Catering Collegeல என்ன பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, அவங்க வந்து நாட் ஒன்லி கிவிங் யூ குட் சர்டிஃபிகேட்ஸ் ஆர் டிப்ளமா, அவங்க வந்து இந்த ஜாப் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டியை கிரியேட் பண்ணி கொடுக்குறாங்க. இப்ப இதுக்கு முன்னால அவங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, சர்டிபிகேட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட், டிப்ளமா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து மலேசியாவுக்கு அனுப்பி நாங்க மலேசியாவில் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு ஜாப் கொடுத்து இங்க இருந்து அவங்கள வெளிநாட்டுக்கு அனுப்புறதுக்கு ஆஸ்திரேலியா, கனடா, யூகே அங்க either to further their studies or as migration plan. அதுல தான் வந்து வெஸ்டர்ன் education is coming in to help the student. When you join catering college, Oriental Catering College in Madurai, அவங்கள்ட்ட ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட்டோ டிப்ளமோவோ பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க அடுத்து அப்ராட்டுக்கு ட்ரீம் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, you can always move to Malaysia or Singapore. You can further your studies here, and இங்க இருந்து you can move to your dream countries like Canada, Australia, UK. இதுல இன்னொரு விஷயம் நீங்க பார்க்க வேண்டியது SOL லிஸ்ட்னு சொல்லுவோம். SOL லிஸ்ட் அப்படின்னா ஸ்கில் ஆக்குபேஷன் லிஸ்ட். ஸ்கில் ஆக்குபேஷன் லிஸ்ட்ல வந்து people who dream to migrate to another country, கனடா, ஆஸ்திரேலியா, யூகே அப்படின்னா நீங்க அந்த SOL லிஸ்ட் கூகுள் பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி தான் வந்து நம்பர் 1, நம்பர் 2, நம்பர் 3 நிற்கும் ஆல் த வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரீஸ்ல. ஸோ இதுல யாராவது பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் வந்து அப்ராட்டுக்கு மைக்ரேட் பண்ற மாதிரி ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்ல இருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, நீங்க தாராளமா இப்பவும் இட்ஸ் நாட் அ ராங் டைமிங். நீங்க கட்டாயம் ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி கோர்ஸ் தாராளமா பண்ணலாம். அதுலேயும் ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ்ல நீங்க பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதனுடைய அட்வான்டேஜ் என்ன அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, ஜாப் அவங்க பார்த்து கொடுக்குற ஜாப். இப்போ அவங்க அனுப்பின எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுமே நம்மகிட்ட வந்து ஜாப்ல தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. ஏன்னா அவங்க அனுப்பின அந்த சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்களை வந்து நம்ம இங்க என்ன பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா, இங்க இருந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியா, கனடா, சிங்கப்பூர் அப்படின்னு அனுப்பிட்டு இருக்கோம். அதுல சில பேர் பிஆர் அப்ளிகேஷன்லயும் ப்ரொசஸ்ல இருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இது எங்க நீங்க போய் ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி கோர்ஸ் செஞ்சாலும் ஜாப் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஏதாவது அவங்க உங்களுக்கு அரேஞ்ச் பண்றாங்களான்றத பார்த்துக்கிட்டு ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. இது உங்களுக்கு புதிய விஷயம் இல்லை. கண்டிப்பா இதுக்கு முன்னே நீங்க பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. நிறைய இடத்துல படிச்சுட்டு வேலை வந்து நீங்க சொந்தமா தேடிக்கணும். அதுல நிறைய சிக்கல்கள் வரும், தாமதம் வரும். பட் இங்க எங்களோட கொலாபரேஷன் ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் அண்ட் வெஸ்டர்ன் எடிக்கேர் அண்ட் பெஸ்டாரி ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் கொலாபரேஷன்ல வந்து நாங்க ஜாப் அவங்களுக்கு அரேஞ்ச் பண்றோம். ஜாப்னா மலேசியால மட்டும் இல்லை, மற்ற கண்ட்ரிலையும் நம்ம சிஸ்டர் கம்பெனிஸ் மூலமா அங்கேயும் அவங்களுக்கு ஜாப் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணி அனுப்புறோம். இதுல ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அப்படின்னு சொன்னாலே எந்த கண்ட்ரிக்கு போனாலும் நம்ம இந்தியன் மார்க்கெட் இஸ் high in demand. அதாவது இந்தியன் இந்தியன் ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் high in demand. அண்ட் எந்த ஹாலிடே பிளேஸுக்கு நீங்க போனீங்கன்னாலும் கண்டிப்பா அங்க ஒரு இந்தியனாவது நீங்க பார்த்துருவீங்க. ஏன்னா அது we are always what you call hospitality blood. நமக்கு என்ன விருந்தோம்பல் blood. நம்ம அவங்களுக்கு லாயலா இருக்கிறத விட அந்த சர்வீஸ்ல நமக்கு வந்து நல்ல டிமாண்ட் இருக்கு. எஸ்பெஷலி ஆஸ்திரேலியா, சிங்கப்பூர், they always looking forward to hire Indian students to work in their 5-star hotels. இது போக எனக்கு சொந்த என்னோட அனுபவத்திலையும் ஹோட்டல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில நான் பார்த்தது this is one of the fastest to grow அப்படின்னு சொன்னா என் அனுபவத்திலேயே நான் பார்த்திருக்கேன். வெயிட்டரா இருந்து 5-star ஹோட்டல்ல வெயிட்டரா இருந்து within 10 years ஒரு 4-star ஹோட்டல்ல ஜெனரல் மேனேஜரா செட்டில் ஆனவங்க எல்லாம் இருக்கிறாங்க. சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுங்களுக்கு வந்து அகாடமிக்கலி ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. that is not the end of their life. That is not end of their career or education. Okay, you can always jump into this vehicle called hospitality, and then from there you can show your effort, your skill, your dream to succeed in life. Okay, so then adula vandu you don't need much paper qualification. Okay, so you can always obtain a certificate or diploma in Oriental Catering College, and you can move to another country like Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, and you can easily get employed. இப்ப நம்ம படிக்கிறது எந்த ஃபீலா இருந்தாலும் முதல்ல நம்ம பார்க்க வேண்டியது எம்ப்ளாயபிலிட்டி. இன்னைக்கு கண்டிஷன்ல எம்ப்ளாயபிலிட்டி. சில கோர்ஸ் இன்னைக்கு ஐடி, என்ஜினியரிங் எல்லாம் படித்தாலும் எம்ப்ளாயபிலிட்டி அப்படின்னு வரப்போகும்போது அதுல கொஞ்சம் டிலே இருக்கலாம். You won't get employed immediately, all right? But you should agree, I guess, if I say hospitality, if you finish a diploma or degree in hospitality, you should get employed the fastest. ஏன் அப்படின்னா when you do hospitality, அங்க பாதிக்கு மேல you are doing a hands-on learning. அதுலயே வந்து placement வந்து they will put you in a hotel, real business place. So anga you are partially employed already. With that skill, உங்களுக்கு வந்து கிராஜுவேஷன் முடிஞ்சதோட இந்த ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி ஃபீல்ட்ல மட்டும்தான் நீங்க வெளியாகும் போது பாதி எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸோடயே வெளியாகுவீங்க. மற்ற எந்த ஃபீல்டா இருந்தாலும் நீங்க கிளாஸ் ரூம் லேர்னிங்கை முடிச்சுட்டு வெளியே வரப்போகும்போது they always ask for experience அப்படின்னு. அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இல்லாம தான் நிறைய பேர் ஜாப்லெஸ்ஸா இருப்பாங்க. ஏன்னா அவங்க எஜுகேஷனை முடிச்சுட்டாங்க, ஆனா எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இதுக்கு மேலதான் தேடணும். So every employer will ask for experienced staff அப்படின்னும் போது you have to wait for some time and struggle some time to get your first experience in the field. So when come to hospitality, when you are graduated, you are with the education and experience. So the chances of you getting employed is very bright. இது தவிர்த்து especially when you go any new country, when you look for job அப்படின்னா முதல்ல அவைலபிளா இருக்கிறது சர்வீஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, which is restaurants, hotels or tourism. நம்ம ஏஷியன்ஸ் வந்து பெரும்பாலும் மற்ற கண்ட்ரிக்கு ஷிஃப்ட் ஆகி போனால், அது மைக்ரேஷனா இருக்கட்டும் இல்ல எடுகேஷனுக்கா இருக்கட்டும், அவங்க போய் முதல்ல தேடுற ஜாப், கிடைக்கிற ஜாப் வந்து ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி தான். இன்னைக்கும் நம்ம அனுப்புற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்ரீலங்கா ஓ மலேசியா கோயிங் டு ஆஸ்திரேலியா ஓ கனடா, நம்ம சேஃபா அனுப்புறது வந்து ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி ஃபீல்டுக்கு தான். ஏன் அப்படின்னா ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி ஃபீல்ட்ல தான் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து படிக்கும் போதும் வேலை கிடைக்கும், படிச்சு முடிச்ச உடனேயும் ரொம்ப சீக்கிரமா வேலை கிடைக்கும். மற்ற ஃபீல்ட் தான் அவங்க பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னா டைம் ஆகும், ரொம்ப நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணணும். சில நேரத்துல வேலை கிடைக்காம திரும்பி வந்தவங்க கூட இருக்கிறாங்க. அந்த நாட்டுக்கு போய் அவ்வளவு எஃபர்ட் போட்டு டைம் போட்டு படிச்சுட்டு திரும்பி ஹோம் கண்ட்ரிக்கே வந்தவங்க கூட இருக்கிறாங்க. ஆனா ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில இது வரைக்கும் ரொம்ப குறைவு அந்த மாதிரி திரும்பி வந்தது. வேலை கிடைக்கல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, பிஆர் கிடைக்கல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு திரும்பி வந்தது ரொம்ப குறைவு. ஏன்னா எங்கேயுமே வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரியில இந்த ஒரு ஃபீல்டுக்கு வந்து வேக்கன்சி இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும், டிமாண்ட் இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். அண்ட் தே ஆல்வேஸ் லுக் ஃபார் ஏஷியன் பீப்புள், யூனோ. அவங்கள தான் விரும்பி ஹையர் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஏன்னா வி ஆர் ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கிங். அது போக நீங்க இப்ப மலேசியாவுக்குன்னு நீங்க ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜில் படிச்சுட்டு ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட்டோ டிப்ளமோ எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க முதல் ஸ்டெப்பா மலேசியாவுக்கு ஷிஃப்ட் ஆகணும் அப்படின்னா இதுல ஒரு பியூட்டி அப்படின்னா யூ ஹேவ் காட் கேரண்டீட் ஜாப் இன் மலேசியா. எந்த ஒரு கண்ட்ரிலையுமே படிக்க போனீங்கன்னா, ஸ்டடி அப்ராட்னு போனீங்கன்னா ஜாப் கேரண்டீட்னு யாரும் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்க முடியாது. ஆனா இங்க வித் அவர் கொலாபரேஷன், Bestari group of companies collaboration with Oriental Catering College in Madurai, we are guaranteeing the job. எப்ப இங்க வந்து படிக்க வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா மலேசியாவுக்கு, you can land in the job within a month. ஒரு மந்த்துக்கு நீங்க உங்களை செட்டில் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு, நியூ கண்ட்ரினா உங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் டைம் எடுக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் விதின் அ மந்த் யூ வாண்ட் லேர்ன் இன் அ ஜாப் அண்ட் யூ கெட் பெய்ட். ஸோ இங்க நீங்க ஏர்ன் பண்றதை வச்சு மோர் லெஸ் உங்களோட டியூஷன் ஃபீஸ் அண்ட் லிவிங் காஸ்ட்டை கவர் பண்ணிடலாம். இதுதான் எங்களோட சக்சஸ்ஃபுல் கொலாபரேஷன், மதுரை ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் அண்ட் மலேசியன் பெஸ்டாரி செயின் ஆஃப் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ஸ் கொலாபரேஷன். ஸோ இந்த அட்வான்டேஜை நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணி, இது நம்ம இப்போ லைஃபாக பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம், நம்ம மாற்றி பண்ண முடியாது. இதுக்கு நம்ம பிரின்சிபல் அண்ட் டைரக்டர் அங்கே இருக்காங்க. அவங்க மூலமா நீங்க தாராளமா ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜில் என்ரோல் பண்ணி நீங்க அங்க ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட்டையோ டிப்ளமாவையோ முடிச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்ககிட்டயே பேசி ஐ வாண்ட் டு கோ சிங்கப்பூர் மலேசியா அப்படின்னீங்கன்னா அவங்ககிட்டயே அந்த ஜாப்பையும் பேசி சம்பளத்தையும் பேசி ஒரு கேரண்டீட் ஜாபோடயே நீங்க மலேசியாவுக்கு வரலாம் தாராளமா. அதுக்கப்புறம் இங்க வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிளான் டு மைக்ரேட் டு வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரி அப்படின்னா the chances are very bright. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஏன் அப்படின்னா யூ ஆர் இந்தியன் ஒரிஜின். ஒன்று, நான் முதல் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி இஸ் அவர் பிளட். ஓகே. ரெண்டாவது, யூ ஹேவ் காட் த ட்ராவலிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், ஒர்க்கிங் அப்ராட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இன் மலேசியா ஒரு சிங்கப்பூர். இது ரெண்டு விஷயத்தை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நீங்க ஒரு பெரிய கண்ட்ரி வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரியில போய் ஒரு செட்டில் ஆகணும், பிஆர் எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா இதை விட பெரிய பாஸ்போர்ட் உங்களுக்கு எதுவும் கிடையாது. அதாவது hospitality certification from Oriental Catering College and your working experience from Malaysia or Singapore வந்து going to be very very useful for your migration plan eventually. So இது இன்னொரு விஷயம், migration to another countryன்றது இப்போ நம்ம பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கிற பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ல 50%க்காவது மைண்ட்ல இருக்கும். I want to migrate one day to whatever the flags behind me, அந்த கண்ட்ரிக்கு போகணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அப்படி இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு வேற எந்த ஒரு ரூட்டையும் சூஸ் பண்ணனா இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி வெரி காஸ்ட்லி. டெஃபினெட்லி நீங்க போய் ஒரு மைக்ரேஷன் கன்சல்டன்ட்ட பேசுனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் எவ்வளவு கேட்குறாங்க, எப்படி சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. எதுவுமே ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. அது வந்து ஒரு ட்ரை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஃபைல போட்டு நிறைய ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க. பட் when you come to this pathway, we call it education pathway. This is success proven pathway. When somebody want to migrate one day அப்படின்னா இப்பயே நீங்க வந்து பிளான் பண்ணுங்க, I want to go through a hospitality program அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அது வந்து cheap and best but most succeeded and proven. ஏன்னா the demand is there. இதுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ், ஓரியன்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் மாதிரி ஒரு ரிலையபிள் ரெப்யூட்டபிள் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் தேடி அவங்க கிட்ட சேர்ந்து ஒரு டிப்ளமாவோ ஒரு டிகிரி பண்ணுங்க. இல்ல டிப்ளமாவோட முடிச்சுக்கிட்டு மலேசியா சிங்கப்பூருக்கு வந்து, ஏன்னா மலேசியா சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து எஜுகேஷன் வந்து ஸ்டில் அஃபோர்டபுள் கம்பேர்ட் டு அதர் கண்ட்ரிஸ், வெரி மச் அஃபோர்டபுள். இட்ஸ் லெஸ் தென் ஹாஃப் வென் யூ கம்பேர் ஆஸ்திரேலியா ஓ கனடா. யூ கேன் கூகுள் இது. நீங்க இப்போ நான் சொல்றதை நீங்க எல்லாம் வந்து வெரிஃபை பண்ணிக்கணும், கூகுள் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. இங்க வந்து ஒரு டிகிரியை செஞ்சு ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜோட சர்டிஃபிகேட் டிப்ளமாவோட இங்க மலேசியாவில் சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து ஃபர்தர் எஜுகேஷன் செஞ்சுட்டு இந்த 2 லெவல்ல எடுத்துக்கிட்டு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அண்ட் எஜுகேஷனை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு ஈஸியா நீங்க ஒரு வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரில போய் ஒரு மாஸ்டர்ஸ் செய்யலாம், ஒரு MBA செய்யலாம், வேலைக்கு அப்ளை பண்ணலாம். ஏன் அப்படின்னா நீங்க ஒரு டிப்ளமாவோட வந்து மலேசியால இப்ப நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஏற்கனவே ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் அனுப்பின ஸ்டூடெண்ட்கள் வந்து இங்க படிக்கிறவங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, டிப்ளமா டிகிரி படிக்கிறவங்க, ஜாப் நம்ம ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணிட்டோம், கம்ஃபர்டபுளா இருக்கிறாங்க. அவங்க அதையும் தாண்டி அந்த இங்க மலேசியா காலேஜ்ல படிக்க போகும்போது, யூனிவர்சிட்டியில படிக்க போகும்போது கரியர் எக்ஸ்போ அப்படின்னு நடக்கும். அந்த கரியர் எக்ஸ்போ வந்து வருஷத்துல 2 வாட்டி 3 வாட்டி இந்த MNC கம்பெனிங்க வந்து அங்க எக்ஸ்போ எல்லா MNC கம்பெனினா ஒரு 2 கம்பெனி இல்லை, கிட்ட 50-100 கம்பெனி வந்து அந்த கேம்பஸ் உள்ளேயே பிளேஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு 2 நாள் ஓடும். அதுல வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்களுக்கு யாராருக்கெல்லாம் வந்து வெஸ்டர்ன் கண்ட்ரில ஜாப் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்குது அவங்கள வந்து அப்ளை பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க. நீங்க லைஃபா அவங்க ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸ் பீப்புள் கூட உட்காந்து லைஃபா நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணி அந்த ரிசல்ட்டை வந்து விதின் கப்புள் ஆஃப் டேஸ் சொல்லிடுவாங்க. எப்படி அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அவங்க உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அதாவது when you are graduated you can come and meet us அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. அந்த மாதிரி இப்ப சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் மூலமா வந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்களுக்கு சில ஆஃபர் கிடைச்சிருக்கு. ஏன்னா இதை வந்து ஏத்துக்கிறாங்களா இல்லையான்றது அவங்க சாய்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி சாய்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து நீங்க நேரா இந்தியாவில இருந்து நேரா போகணும் அப்படின்னா சிரமம். ஏன்னா கொஞ்சம் மலேசியா சிங்கப்பூர்ல வந்து இந்த கரியர் ஃபேர் வந்து கொஞ்சம் பாப்புலரா ஓடுது. and it is very easy to get employed by MNC companies. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இந்த ஆப்ஷனை வந்து நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு டைம் இருக்கிறப்ப ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் நாடி இதனுடைய விவரத்தை மேலும் கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்குங்க. இதுல எப்படி பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு. நீங்க இதுல எதுவும் செலவு பண்ண போறது இல்லை, உங்க நேரம் மட்டும்தான் செலவு. சரிங்களா? நான் வந்து இதை படிக்கணும், இந்த கண்ட்ரில படிக்கணும், இந்த கண்ட்ரில போய் நான் செட்டில் ஆகணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு குறிக்கோள், ஒரு லட்சியம், கனவு இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னு சொன்னா ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் நாடி ஒரு ஃப்ரீ கன்சல்டேஷன் கொடுப்பாங்க அவங்க. முதல்ல ஆஃப்கோர்ஸ் யூ ஹேவ் டு ஸ்டார்ட் ஃப்ரம் தேர். ஏன்னா அங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் எப்ப அடுத்த கண்ட்ரிக்கு போகலாம், எவ்வளவு காஸ்ட் செலவாகும் அப்படின்றத அங்க கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்குங்க. இது போக இன்னொரு விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னு சொன்னா மலேசியாவில் வந்து நீங்க இங்க டிப்ளமாவுக்கோ டிகிரிக்கோ அடுத்து வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா யூ வில் ஃபீல் ஹோம். இந்தியாவில இருந்து நேரா US UKன்னு போனீங்க அப்படின்னா நிறைய பேர் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆனவங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, ஹோம் சிக் அண்ட் தென் கல்ச்சரல் ஷாக் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அதுவே மலேசியாவுக்கு வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னா when you come to Malaysia for further studies, Malaysia is like another home for you, another India, I will say. You will meet a lot of Indian people here and Tamil spoken people. So adanal you will feel home. Idhula vandu you don't have any cultural shock. So you can adapt yourself in Malaysia or Singapore before you go to the next level, the Western countries. So, and another thing, when you come to Malaysia, you will mingle with multicultural, not only Malaysian. Malaysia is like KL, Kuala Lumpur is metropolitan. You will meet many country people here, so that will improve your language, and you will make a lot of networking. So with this, your future will be bright. You can easily find a job, and you can get assistance from other people. And இதுதான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு நாளைக்கு ஒரு நெட்வொர்க்கிங் in term of employability. Coming back to employability, இந்நேரம் கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். இப்போ மலேசியாவில் வந்து ரிகவரி பீரியட்ல இருக்கிறோம் நாங்க, போஸ்ட் கோவிட் ரிகவரி பீரியட்ல. இப்போவே மலேசியன் ஹோட்டல்ஸ்ல ஷார்ட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள், ஷார்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாஃப். இங்க நீங்க எங்க இந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ல பார்த்தாலும் இப்போதைக்கு இங்க எம்ப்ளாய் பண்றது ஒன்லி ஹாஸ்பிட்டாலிட்டி ஃபீல்ட்ல தான். ஸோ இது இப்ப எங்களுக்கு ஷார்டேஜ் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ இப்ப நாங்க எங்க இருந்து எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான் எடுக்கிறோம். வி ஆர் ஹைரிங் ஃப்ரம் த காலேஜ் பார்ட் டைம் ஆர் ஃபுல் டைம். ஸோ இதுல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் why we said this hospitality is employability high cost அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So this is my speech today. And பாருங்க, இதுக்கு மேல ஏதாவது இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வேணும் அப்படின்னா தாராளமா ஓரியண்டல் கேட்டரிங் காலேஜ் நாடுங்கள். அதை முடிச்சுட்டு if you need any further assistance on study abroad, please feel free to contact me directly or Mr. Suresh Babu in Oriental Catering College. We are here to assist you. Thank you for the time, and all of you for giving me this opportunity. Stay safe and take care. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Your speech is highly motivating for our participants in this COVID crisis. So we have a question session at the end of the program. So kindly continuously join with us to clear our participant questions. And thank you for your patience, sir.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite our delightful resource person, Mrs. Purnima, General Manager, Astoria Hotels by Sparsa, Tamil Nadu. She possesses over 14 years of experience in managing star hotels and resorts in various locations, and an excellent track record, as well as an impressive educational background in this field. At the outset, she does hotel projects, financial assistance to hotels, key persons to sales growth and guest satisfaction, employment management, and knows all the hotel rules and regulations of present condition. And she's very fluent in 5 languages, that is English, Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, and Malayalam. On behalf of our organizing committee, we are inviting such wonderful personality to give a talk on recovery and regeneration of tourism in India after COVID-19. Please welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Mahalakshmi. And I would firstly like to thank Mr. Suresh, the director, and Mr. Manigandan, the principal, and the team of the Oriental Catering College for giving me such an opportunity to interact with all your students. And I would like to welcome Mr. Roman, who gave a very beautiful speech where children, to be very frank, when we were a student, we didn't had all these opportunities, but I really would like to appreciate the Oriental College for doing such a wonderful thing for the students. And your students are very lucky for all those things. Let me just go into the section. The thing is, the world where people feel, expect, and welcome would be the hospitality industry. That's the place where, as Mr. Roman said, hospitality is our blood. There's also another very famous saying in India stating that hospitality, we call it as Atiti Devo Bhava. I think all your, if you can interact with me, if all your students can come to the chat box and interact with me for the questions, what I speak to you, it will be more interesting than just listening to what I talk. So let us make it very, I hope the chat box is open for the students, right? Mahalakshmi, is the chat box open for the students?
Ma'am, the chat box will be open at the end of the session, ma'am. So,
Okay.
it's currently closed for everyone. Just
By any chance, is there any possibility can it be open for the students? So when I ask some question, they can just answer in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. I think it's open right now, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you, currently we are facing, yes, we understand that this is a testing time for all of us, right? So how are we going to overcome all this? There are ways to overcome all this. Let me just start with a very small story. Okay. I want everyone to answer for my questions. Please make it very interactive. Tell me, who was the first person to enter the moon? I'm waiting for the answers. Everyone, even the director, whoever it is, everyone can join the conversation. So everyone knows that Neil Armstrong is a person who first stepped into the moon, right? Okay. How many of them traveled along with him? There are 3 astronauts who traveled. It's not 4, it's not 2. There are totally 3 people. You will have a pilot, you will have a co-pilot, and you have a person who is technically mechanical. Okay. Do you know who are those 3 people who traveled to the moon? Can you name those 3 people? Neil Armstrong is a very known person because he was the person who first stepped into the moon. Fine. And who are the other people? Can anyone say that? Aldrin. He is Edward Aldrin. He's not Edward Buzz Aldrin. No, he's Edward Aldrin. Neil Armstrong. And there's one more person. Can anyone say him? No, it's not Peter. It's Michael Colran. These are the 3 people who has actually, they are the 3 astronauts who has traveled to the moon. Okay. So tell me, the Neil Armstrong was just a co-pilot. He was not a pilot at all. The main pilot was Edward. He was the pilot. He is the senior person. He is a person from the Air Force, from the US Army. So he is an experienced pilot from the army. So he is being recognized as the head of this operations, which is Apollo 11, which was started in 1969. Okay, it was in 1969. So Apollo 11 was done, and it was being headed by Edward. And the second in command was the co-pilot was Neil Armstrong. Okay, he was a Navy person. He is not even an Air Force person. He's totally a different person. He is a Navy person, but he is very courageous person. He has lots of courage in him. That was the reason the NASA people have selected him as a second co-pilot. And the other third person, Mr. Michael was a technical person. So these are the 3 people who went to the moon. Okay, so once they landed there, so they are sending a signals to NASA that the Eagle has landed. So once the Eagle has landed, they are sending a message to NASA stating that the Eagle has landed. So they are waiting for the instructions from the NASA to give. So when what happened is the technical person stays in the flight. There is another device which is a space shutter that moves out, and they come to the moon. So only these 2 people come down. So the NASA people, what they give them a command. First commander, please, you can get down to the moon, which is Mr. Edward. So what Edward does is, he's very scared. Okay, he's totally very scared. The surface, he was thinking, the surface might not be equal, the gravity might be different, there are any other thing. So he was little scared. Then the second command comes from NASA. The co-pilot can get into the moon. So, but what happened is, Neil Armstrong was very brave person. He has lots of courage. So what he immediately does is, he steps into the moon first. So what is the main thing is, Edward was the pilot. He is the commander for this, and he is the main person. He's in charge for everything. But what happened is, he doesn't step into the moon. Neil Armstrong was very bold. He was very strong. He didn't even took a fraction of a second. He just stepped into the moon. So now the record is, Neil Armstrong stepped into the moon, being a co-pilot, right? So what is that is, the opportunity which was given to Edward was not being used by him. Do you think that that's the right thing? So when you get an opportunity, it's just a fraction of 3 seconds. So just a fraction of 3 seconds, Edward has lost the total thing has been lost. If not, everyone will know Edward. No one will know Neil Armstrong. How many of us know Edward now? Few, very few will know about him. None of them know. So the history itself might be a different, keeping Edward on the top, the pilot on the commander, the pilot who has worked so hard to enter would be on the top, and the Neil was just the second he's a co-pilot. But the thing is, because of his courage, because of his he took that opportunity. So opportunity is very, very, very important in life. So you guys have to take this opportunity. Pandemic situation is there. We do agree to that. But what happens is you have to use this opportunity to grow yourself, to develop yourself, and you have to come forward. Until and unless you don't have the take out all your fear, and if your lack of all your confidence, please remove all those things, and please do come out of all those things and start your how to develop yourself. So this is the right time. It's not that the industry is not going to fall. It is not a very small industry. It's a booming industry, and it's going to be a very big industry. And you people will, it's totally a different. What is that? It's his name, Edward Allen. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a very booming industry. So people do not get panic. Do not think of the pandemic situation or nothing. It's going to be totally a different scenario. So please do utilize this time to develop yourself. There are five main things, 5 A's in tourism. Does anyone know what are those 5 A's? Can anyone tell me? Any idea? It's all related. I'm going to talk only which is related to our industry, nothing beyond our industry. It will be purely about the hospitality and tourism industry. So you people can just guess. It might be right or wrong. That doesn't matter. But your involvement and this involvement will make you learn much more things. So please do. What are the five A's in tourism? There are 5 A's in tourism. Can anyone please? Adventure, I don't think so. Maybe I can consider. Activity, amenities, yes. Activities, correct. Accommodation, no. Yeah, I'm right. I'm sorry. Accommodation, correct. Not infrastructure development. Attractions, correct. Accessibility, correct. That's right. These are the 5 It's good. I really want to appreciate all the students who are really coming on the chat box and giving your answers. So I think so that even you don't guys feel sleepy when I talk. If not, you'll all feel sleepy if I be just going on talking. So please do have an interaction. Okay. Yes, it's accommodation, accessibility, activities, amenities, and attraction, which are all related to our industry. Yes or right? Is it yes or no? It's all been related. So our industry is not a very small industry. It's all this. Whether if it is an accommodation, yes, we are there. Accessibility for the tourism. Activities, yes. Due to the activities, all your local bodies, all your local things will really get activated very much. And amenities, yes, the local people will source all the amenities for us, and they also get the job opportunities and all those things. Attraction, yes, we have the tourist places which attract the foreigners, and as well as we Indians are also attracted with all the tourist place. So that's the main thing we do in our tourism. Okay. And the other point I would say is, what is going to be the future of tourism? How are we going to be in the future of the tourism? So how is the tourism going to be in future? It's all going to be technical. So technology is very important. All this, in those days, you have where you go around, book all your tickets, go to the railway station. You go to the railway station, book all your tickets, then call up the hotel, do your reservation, sending this, that, and all those things. All those period, we have crossed those period. Now it's an online period. So technology plays a lot. Now you have lots of time to improve on technology. There are many online courses available for you guys to improve your technology. Hotel management, the Oriental Catering College will teach you they will teach you the practical part. But still you have, it's not that you cannot get everything in one place, right? So if you want, you can learn about front office, you can learn there. About housekeeping, you can learn there. About F&B service, production, all that you can learn there. But still beyond that, there is something which is called as technology, where people nowadays, what happens is they go around, they search for new places, new destinations and all those things. Virtual tours, yes, all that is there. All that is very much there, and so you guys have to improve the technology skills, which this pandemic period would be very useful for you guys, where you can actually take the online virtual courses which are available. You know, this is the time where many international courses on online or free basis, international courses are also available, which will be very useful for you with your certificate from the Oriental College, and with the help of Mr. Roman, who can help you to take you to abroad, and all those, keeping all those things into consideration. If you have an international certificate which will help you for the online courses, will actually add on to your development. So the credit will surely go to the Oriental College, because they are giving you all this information, besides keeping you with all the sources they have. You got my point? So please do utilize the current situation, and please do react according to that. And tourism, we don't depend only on one tourism. It's not that only the foreigners will come, stay with us and go, is not the tourism. We have different kinds of tourism. You know, cruise are playing the major role as of now. And the other biggest tourism is the medical tourism. You know the kind of GDP the medical tourism is giving for the country. It's almost 3 billion per annum, and the growth of the medical tourism is almost 30% higher. 30% higher in the annual growth. If you see, I'm telling you, in the annual growth, it is 30% higher. So medical tourism is it's not that they come to the hospital and they'll go. It's not like that. There'll be an agents where the medical tourism will be helpful, like to book the what treatment they wanted to do. Then the hotel will be taken care, which includes their flight tickets. And even before, when they are coming to India, they don't just finish the treatment and go. Before that, they do a pre-tour or a post-tour to all the destinations in India, where whatever places they wanted to see. So medical tourism plays a major role nowadays in India. So do you think this pandemic can stop all this? It's a very short time gap which we have. It's not that it's not going to be throughout our lifetime. It's a very short time where we are facing it. Yes, we are facing the pandemic. We will be facing, but it's not going to be for too long. And this period can be used for developing ourselves, developing our skills, and developing whatever we have. Okay. Apart from medical tourism, we have wellness tourism, we have eco-tourism, film tourism, adventure tourism. There are many kinds of tourisms available. So we are not depending on any one tourism. So we are going to boom. We will always be an evergreen industry in compared to all the other industries. As medical is an evergreen industry, for hospitality is also an evergreen industry. So guys, do not get panic with this situation as of now, because we have lots of resources in India. If I just say each of our state has its own unique. Every state of us. If you take Jaipur, it's called the Paris of India. Mumbai, the city of cleanliness. Kolkata, the city of joy. And Bangalore, the garden city of India. Hyderabad, city of pearls. Cochin, the queen of Arabian Sea. And Chennai is again, Chennai, you know, there are lots of things like, and Agra is a land blessed with the Mughal kings. And the other major thing I would like to say is in Tamil Nadu, There are two cities which are there for they are in top 5 list for the medical tourism. One is the Chennai and the other one is Coimbatore. So we are the hub of for the medical tourism. Chennai is the hub of Indian medical tourism. So we should be very proud that being in Tamil Nadu, we are the hub, and we have lots of resources. We have lots of people coming into it, and this cannot be. No one can shake off this, or no one can do anything to it. And the other thing, as of for this situation, what I would like to say is there is a survey which is being conducted within the members of USA, Europe, Canada, and Asian Pacific, and other few countries. Okay, out of which it was taken in May 2020. Okay, in which they preferred hotels and resorts which they wanted to come and stay, of which the 56% of USA and 14% of Europe, 11% of Canada, and 9% of Pacific, and other 10% from the other region says that they wanted to travel once this situation ends. We think that what we think is after the situation is over, people will be very panicked and they will not be traveling anywhere. That's what we think, right? But it's not like that. The survey says that 75% of the people has responded, stating that they wanted to spend their holiday moving to other countries, of which 40% of the people wanted to move to different countries, and 50% of people wanted to do in a domestic way. They wanted to explore their own country. So they are travelers who wanted to move out and come back. And surprisingly, 80% even they wanted to travel by air. It's all the facts and figures which you can just Google it and you can just have a look. So this is what the scenario is. We sitting in a small town think that there is nothing, there is no life, everything is coming to an end. It's not like that. Always try to be broad-minded, go out of the thing and just think of it. It is totally different. The world is totally different. It's not that what we are thinking in a small box. It's not like that. So just think beyond outside, and please do that. And other thing is I would like to say is a small thing. There's one donkey, okay, which has been fallen in a ditch. Okay, and it is being covered with full of mud, and it is being covered with full of mud and with leaves and all those things. So the donkey has never thought that, okay, let me be there, let me be how I am. But it has to come out, right? There's no one to help the donkey also. So we are also in a situation that no one will come and hold our hands and pull us out from there, right? So it is totally, the scenario is going to be like we have to do ourselves. So what the donkey does is it shakes off all the mud and all the leaves which is on top of it. Okay, and it totally shakes away everything. Similarly, our problems also doesn't stand for a long time. So do not sink with your problems. Just shake it off fully and find a solution. So now it is our turn to find a solution to how to come out of all those things and how to be away from all this. Okay, so it is, so what I say is please do have confident in you first, and then please do fight with the pandemic situation. Things are not the same always. It will change. And as you said, the Oriental College is already there for you. They are there to help you out. They are there to guide you. And I would again say that they are trying their level best to bring their students out with the flourishing flowers, and they'll have a very good career. So what I suggest is do not get panic with this situation. Things are changing. Things will change. And just tell me one thing. How many of you wanted to sit? How many wanted to just sit like that? How many of you? Tell me if one. No one, right? Okay. Once if Kodaikanal is open, tell me how many of you will start rushing to Kodaikanal? Don't take a very long destinations. It's very nearby, which is only 3 hours drive from us. Tell me how many of you will start moving. If they say, Inniki lockdown thorandachu. Yes, come on. What are you guys going to do? How many of you are going to sit at home? I don't sit at home. I really don't sit at home. If Kodai is open, I'll be the first person to move out of Madurai and go to Kodaikanal. That's what it is. That is what the thing is. Everyone wanted to move out because almost it is since 3 to 4 months we are all shut in one place, sitting in one house, and we are not able to move out, and we are not able to breathe the fresh air properly, right? So once the lockdown is open, all the hotel industry, the tourism is going to boom like anything. So people don't get panicked, all be with a positive attitude, and please move forward. Everything will be good. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for your lively speech. And all these comments here makes me think that they're all positive, and they're going to shake off their pandemic of fear, and they're going to start planning
No,
their
I'm actually
future.
very thankful to every students. Like, I'm getting so much of thing. Like, even while I was speaking, I'm getting diverted with all this message because I was very curious to know what the children are writing here. Thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity, Mr. Suresh. Thank you.
It's a very good opportunity for the student participants. A very nice speech from Sri Roman sir and from Mrs. Purnima ma'am. Now it's time for the participants to interact with the resource persons. They can type in their questions. Please mention whether it's for Purnima ma'am or to Roman sir. I request the participants to type in their questions in the chat box. Ma'am, I think there is a question from Sendamarai. Which place is best for medical tourism, ma'am? Purnima, ma'am. It's to Purnima, ma'am.
Yeah, medical tourism, it's not that one single place is best for the medical tourism. If you see ortho based, it is Mumbai. If you see kidney and eye based, then it is Chennai. So each destination, each state has its own unique for the medical tourism. And if you say Ayurvedic and something like that, then you go to Kerala. If you take Siddha kind of a thing, then you go to Goa. So each place has a different kind of tourism, medical tourism. It's not one state or one particular place. It will be spread throughout India. So you guys, please don't worry about it.
Thank you, ma'am. There is one more question from Mohammed Sharif. What is your expectation when the industry will bounce back, and what will be the immediate business? It's to Purnima, ma'am.
What is the expectation when the industry will bounce back? We are expecting it, to be very frank with you guys, the industry will take little time. Maybe I would say in the month of October or November. It will take November. If my guess is correct, it will bounce back. But the bounce is going to be on a higher level. It's not that only the foreigners the same thing what I said is, if you guys are sitting in home for 4 months, tell me how many of you guys wanted to move out. So the domestic crowd is going to be very heavy, and every people wanted to just come out of this pandemic, and they just wanted to move out, and they wanted to have a fresh air. So it is going to bounce back, and the industry is going to boom. So please guys, don't worry about it.
Thank you, ma'am. There is one request from Bimal Chaudhary. He's requesting a contact number and the email ID of Roman sir. Okay, the next question is for Purnima, ma'am. There is a huge loss for all industries, our industry also, and how will they manage the loss?
The loss is there for each and every person who are here. Who is not having loss? Tell us. It's not only the hotel industry. Even any business you take, everyone has a loss. Yes, we are facing the crisis. We have to face the crisis. There is no other go for us. Let us face it. But to an extent, after a particular time, yes, we will flourish. the government is also putting their efforts, and they are giving. If you see, for the hotel industry, for the electricity and all those things, a few things we are getting it, and we also keep all our staff in our contact. We don't leave any of our staff. Yes, we would not be in a position to pay 100% as of now, but to an extent to survive. Everyone has need to survive. So we will, the hotel owners or the GMs or the management will take care of everyone. So, and not only that, I would very proudly say that the hospitality industry has contributed a very good portion for the pandemic situation, for the needy people. Only thing is, I would say, even the travel club, which is very well known in Madurai, they have spent almost more than 15 lakh each individual, or the travel club has totally spent almost more than 15 lakhs for the needy people, where we have given all the food and all those things for them. So it will take, yes, pandemic situation is there. Please don't worry, guys. Everything will be recovered very soon. Just fingers crossed, and we'll wait for the situation to move on.
Thank you, ma'am. And there is one more question from Bimal Chaudhary. What is agro-ecotourism?
Agro-ecotourism, which is totally into what I say is the farming kind of a thing. There is if you go to Kerala, I don't know whether he has been to Kerala. If you have been to Kerala, you have an agro-tourism there, where they cultivate all the organic tourism. Everything is there. So all those things it's again a booming thing. It is just starting. Agro-tourism is also starting. So that will also come up very soon.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, there is one question from Vishwam. How accent of the English language is important in hospitality industry? He's asking about the English language accent.
Yes, accent is actually very important. That actually keeps you to a level. To be very frank, even if you're educated, not educated, all those things are very different. But the accent, what the communication, what you give to the people. If it is not that you have different kind of people traveling to India, right? You have if you see domestically itself, you have North Indians traveling, and towards south, the North Indian crowd is too high. And it's not that only English, Hindi that also makes a matter. So how many languages you can learn, please try to learn that many languages, which will be very useful for our industry. Whether it is Hindi, whether it is Telugu, you have in southern, you have 4 languages, right? Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, and Malayalam. Try to learn that 4 first. English is a very common language that you have to only by reading books, only by what I know. You guys will watch movies, right? So try to watch more into English movies, so that the pronunciations, you just have a detailing on pronunciation and the accent, so that will actually improve. So communication plays a major role. Please do use this period and try to learn more of to communicate. Thank you.
Well, there is a question. Thank you, ma'am. Well, there is a question from Mani. He wants Roman Sir to answer this question. He wants to know whether it's safe for Indians. Well, he's asking the question again and again. So he wants to know about the safety for Indians in Malaysia.
It sounds very funny to me. I mean, I know sometimes media will misinterpret lots of things. We have to get to the point. Every media plays some, their role negatively sometimes. Same goes here. I know in some part of India, they have got a wrong message about Malaysia. I like to clear the air here for all the participants today. Malaysia is definitely a heaven. It's a safe place to be, especially Indians. When Indians come to Malaysia, you don't miss your home country, because this is another part of India, like extended India for you, in terms of language, in terms of food, in terms of safety. I mean, nothing to worry about. Please don't fully rely on media. Sometimes media is not a true messenger for us. Okay, so we have got tons of Indian foreign workers in Malaysia. we have tons of Indian students who is doing hospitality courses, and some of them came through our Oriental College, and they are safe here, you know. I mean, definitely, I will say this is one of the safest place to be for Indians, especially, and this is the best place for you to mingle around. When you go to Western country, I will agree that you can't exactly mingle for a first year in Canada or UK or Australia. But when you come to Malaysia, definitely within a week you will kick back. I mean, you will, you know, you will be like back home in your country. Okay. And please, you are welcome to Malaysia. Definitely, you can consult somebody in Oriental Catering College how I can start my journey with Oriental College to end up in Malaysia and to further other countries. Please feel free to come Malaysia. Okay. I hope I've answered this question.
Sir, thank you, sir. I can see Mani answering that he's very much happy with your answer, sir.
Thank
He
you.
wants
Thank
to come
you.
to Malaysia, it seems.
Definitely, we are waiting, looking forward. Please approach Oriental Catering College. I like to highlight again. Earlier I spoke in Tamil. I don't know. Now I realize that not many can speak Tamil over there, I guess. Okay. We have got like package deal or package course with Oriental Catering College, where I always approach the student to start with Oriental Catering College for a certificate or diploma, and then you get yourself ready to further in Malaysia. Things should be step by step. Don't try to jump or go very fast. Okay. The next level, please plan Malaysia or Singapore, and then you further your journey to Western countries like Australia. It's going to be very pricey to complete all your bachelors in Australia or Canada. All right. When you come to Malaysia, we have got training program whereby you can finish your first 2 years of degree in Malaysia and final year in abroad. In abroad meaning Western countries. It saves a lots of money for you and saves your time as well. Okay, and you will still end up settling in Western countries. Okay, this is the option we have with Oriental Catering College. The collaboration we have with Oriental Catering College, you save a lots of your time and money by going through Oriental Catering College. I like to highlight again, whoever the student, of course, there are many opportunities in India for tourism student, okay, hospitality student. I totally agree. India is a tourism country. Malaysia is another tourism destination. I'm sure you agree, right? Many Indian tourists are in Malaysia, okay, and we like to hire Indians to work in our hospitality industry, especially a city like Penang. I'm sure you have heard of Penang. Langkawi, Kuala Lumpur is very looking forward for Indian students to come and join them to bring the industry to the next level. And we already started hiring now. Okay, so please feel free. The pandemic is over. I mean, we are recovering globally, but in Malaysia, it's kind of over. Okay, we are back in track again. All right. So please feel free. If your borders are open, feel free to approach Oriental Catering College. They will do a good job and they will never let you down. And the fantastic part of Oriental Catering College is the job placement. Okay, they will package you with a job placement in Malaysia later and with other countries as well. Okay, please feel free. Any more question? Feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one more question from Sonia Cartoon. By the middle of 2022, my course would be completed. I'm planning for abroad, but with scholarship. How should I prepare myself?
So now is the honeymoon period for scholarship. Any student talk about scholarship, now is the honeymoon time. I'm sure you are watching videos, YouTube, newspaper, emails. Every university today, I mean abroad universities are waiting for student. I mean business for them. Okay, so what they give scholarship to attract the students. Okay, in the before COVID, hardly we see scholarship. It's like very strange, very rare product. But today, if there is no scholarship in one university or college, I think they will go out of business. I mean, sorry to say, because the crisis. Okay, so this is the best time for you to approach scholarship. Okay, and there are very fantastic scholarship, and we are giving, in my collection of institutions, we have up to 70%, literally up to 70% of scholarship. Of course, it's all merit based, all right, and some are entrance scholarship. They don't care what is your academic level like, academic performance like. They will give you upfront 10 or 20 or 30%. That is called entrance scholarship. And it is like every semester you will get the same percentage of scholarship. Okay. And another type of scholarship is the merit, your performance, your academic result scholarship. Okay. They will study your profile, your transcripts. All right. Do I answer your question, Mahalashmi?
Thank you, sir. Sir, there are a few questions. There were, I think, the students are worried about the current situation. But I hope that speech from Purnima ma'am and Roman sir, they would have got some positive motivation, and they would have started planning their future as what they have to get settled. But since now the time is running out, sir, so we're going to we'll conclude with the vote of thanks, sir.
Sure. You are welcome.
Thank you, students, and thank you, Oriental College, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to invite our principal, Sri J. Manigandan, to propose the vote of thanks. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Gratitude unlocks the fullest of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns delay into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of part, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. All the distinguished participants, parents, staffs, and my beloved students, good afternoon, one and all. It is my proud privilege to propose vote of thanks on this very special occasion of very first an international webinar organized by our Oriental Catering College, Madurai, joined with Bestari group of restaurants, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I take this opportunity to express our gratitude to Sri Roman, CEO of Western Educare, Australia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and even in India, and also the resource person of this international webinar. He graciously accepted our invitation and concerned as a resource person for this international webinar. Sir, your speech gave a great pleasure to motivate to all our students, not only my students, those who are all job aspirants in hotel industry. Thank you so much, sir. We express our sincere thanks and gratitude for the constant guidance and motivation given by our another resource person, Mrs. Purnima, Madam. Thank you very much for your wonderful, vibrant delivery with the question and answer. The interaction is wonderful. You are making all the participants to involve this international webinar. Thank you, Madam. At that outset, I express my sincere thanks to our director, Sri J. Suresh Babu, to create this wonderful platform for our students and continuously encourage and supporting all of us to success this international webinar, to organizing the person from one country to another country, one state to another state. It's a good job. So thank you very much, sir. On behalf of our students, staff members, we express our thanks to all participants. My special thanks to all professors, those who are all participated in this webinar from various colleges in Tamil Nadu and other parts of our country, as well as from other countries also. Thank you, sirs and madams. On behalf of organizing committee, principal, director, and all our beloved students, I convey my special thanks to Mr. Deshant and Mr. Sanjit. They have given their technical support to complete this international webinar without any obstacles, to have a best interaction between resource person and all participants. Thank you, both of you. Thank you one and all. And the comparing, it was given by our Mahalakshmi madam. It's wonderful. I convey my special thanks to Mahalakshmi madam. Thank you, and thank you all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Kind attention to the participants. A feedback link will be posted in your chat box. It is already posted. Kindly fill in the information. This information should match with the registration form, your name, phone, and your mail ID. And you will get your e-certificates within a week period of time. And thank you for the wonderful session, ma'am. And Roman, sir, thank you so much, everyone. And at the end, we have one photo session. I request all the participants to stay online and give a nice smile for the photos. Please stay online.
Do we also stay online or can we leave?
Ma'am, please stay online. It's for you also.
Okay.
Okay, it's time for the photo. Just I'll say, count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, say cheese. Okay, I think I have to say again 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, say cheese. Okay, all of you smile, please. I think it's taking time. Please stay online. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the wonderful session.